Right, so now that we've made our database and we've got our table with our movies in, we can start to think about searching and sorting information. So what we really want to look at in that respect is using a query to choose certain information. Now, with a database with only a few records in, like we've got, it's not hard to pick things out. However, imagine you had hundreds and hundreds of records. For instance, if you work in a bank and you have hundreds upon thousands of people with their money in there, or in the hospital and you have hundreds upon thousands of patients, you will need to search. So we're going to use something called a query to do that. So I'm just going to close down that table, and I'm now going to go to create, and we've got two options here: query wizard or query design. We're going to go for query design. Okay, what it will ask us for is the tables that we want to appear in our query. Now, we can create more than one table in a database if we really wanted to, but we've only got one table and that's all we're worried about at the moment. So we select the table and we click add, and then we close that. There is up here lots and lots of different types of queries, but we're only going to focus on one type of query, which is a select query, which is already selected for us. So here's our query, which is now ready to go. There's two sections to a query, okay, and the first section is this bit up here. It's kind of like a pencil case. That's how I liken it to. These are all your pens and that, and you take out and put in the bottom, or your desk, for instance, what you want to use. So what we've got is the top pencil case bit has our tables in with our fields, and the bottom bit is the area that we do our searches on. If I click and drag, I can drag down any of these items. Okay. Now, one thing you've got to be aware of is you can do a search on the items. If you drag something down to do a search on, it will appear obviously in your results, but if there's something else you don't want to search on but you want the information from it, it won't appear in your results unless it's at the bottom. Okay, so if I say something like certificate, movie name and certificate, to show you an example, and I put in under here, under this bit that says criteria 12, okay, and click off, I go into speech marks, and that is any movie that's in my database that has a certificate of 12, because I've written the word 12 in. If I go up to this red button here, it says run on it, it's a big exclamation mark, it will run my results. Now what you can notice is it says movie name and certificate, but if I go back to this one with the protractor, with the set square, the pencil and the ruler on it, which is design view, I have got more fields in my table, but only the ones that I've dragged down here will appear. So I can get the other ones if I want to drag them on, length in minutes and certificate on there, and therefore I've got those now appearing. So when I run it, they will appear, and they appear in that order. Okay, so they appear in movie name, certificate, length in mins, and then, or I've put certificate in twice. That's why if I run it, it's appearing twice, so I shouldn't have put that in. To get rid of that, I can just highlight the word certificate and hit the delete key, and it's gone. The other one I wanted was date released, so let's drag that down as well. And when we run it, we get our certificate of 12. Okay, I can also put in more than one search. So I can search 12, and I can search length in minutes 91. Now, I've chosen 91, not just as a random number, but because I know that one of my movies is 91 minutes long. So this will search for 12 and 91. So when I run it, you can see the one that wasn't 91 has disappeared. Okay, and to show you that this works, if I delete this and I run it, it'll bring up all my records. Okay, you'll notice I've got two are 121 minutes. So if I type in length of minutes 121, those are my two 121s. Now if I only want the one that is a U certificate, if I go back and I put in U, so certificate U, length 121, and run, it's only brought up Star Wars. Okay, so it's only brought up that one result. So what your next step is to have a go at those. Now these are basic select queries. Okay, the next video guide we'll look at more advanced select queries where you use something called operators. But for now, have a go at doing some queries with just typing in that specific information on one or more fields.